second it's butt, but fuck that shit.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, you should turn this in as your dynamic set.
Oh shit.
That's Rob's.
Don't step on the cones.
Yo, man.
Alright, bring it, here you go.
I'm bringing it.
Hey there, Toshi.
Look at what
Okay, alright, glad everyone's here. Okay, great. So this is our, Tuesday meeting. Wait, what? Hunter, you're on time.
My interpretive dance class ran late.
That's okay.
Thanks for saying that.
No
You're on
problem.
video.
Anyways, so everything's going great. Obviously, just a summary of last week. So for some of us, the week only had 4 days in it instead of normal 7. We started working on Tuesday on the drive shaft, basically taking this material that was basically 5 inches by 6 inches and reducing it to something that is 3 inches by maximum 5 inches. Anyway, we only used 17% of the original material. So the rest of that we threw away in basically chips that came off of the lathe. So it took a lot of work. I started working on a Tuesday night. Rich woke me up on Wednesday morning when I was asleep in here. We then kept working on it, and by Thursday we had finished it. John leading the charge of the late night crew along with Matt, pushing through, and Rob was there also, really getting it through. Got it in, got a wire EDM'd, which turned out great, which Rich did Friday night, or like afternoon for us. But for he stayed after work Friday, got the wire EDMing done. I was bringing my car back up from Reston to have it ready for U-Haul. Started work on Friday, getting all the components put on, the front suspension put on, holding up on the rear, waiting for that drivetrain to be finished. Turned out to need a little more time, kept working Saturday, getting more stuff done, but it was all good because we finally got it finished, everything all put together on Saturday night. Took the car out to drive. I did the inaugural drive of the car around the small levering hall, and when we told him to hit the gas a little bit more, you can see just that glimpse of the awesomeness that was to come. Then Clyde took the car over to the testing site over at Wyman Park. We called ahead, but the cops still showed up anyway, so we had to tell them that we called ahead. They're like, "Oh, we didn't know that." So, but it was great. Clyde really got to see some of the performance of the car. We got some video of that. We'll try and get that out to you guys. Everything looked really good. And then we had everyone that was there drive it, and that was great. Everyone got the chance to feel the car. They put a lot of work into, which was fantastic. Then we finally got some sleep. Woke up nice and early at 9. And when I say woke up, I mean some of us woke up at 9, didn't 10. Who would that be, Adam? So that was me. I slowed us down a lot. But we got there, and that was great. Little did we know we had to hack our way through the collapsed pine forest that was, on the trails. But it didn't matter. We still got our car through. Good driving by Avi, getting it down to the facility. And once we were there, we were so happy we drove it around for a couple times. And then we, put the chain box card back on. And then, we started doing some testing. Started off with some slalom testing. It was really great because we were able to have everything all set up. We had a really good production. We had, spotters, and we were, getting thumbs up. 2 guys on stopwatches. We had official cones. It was a great production. So we actually were getting some data on that. Andrew got all the filming. Andrew should be here on time next time. And so then we got, the filming done. And, we did acceleration runs. Our acceleration run with no CVT tuning is 6 seconds, which puts us about 18th place overall. On dirt. And that would also, that would give us about 70 points out of the total 75 you get for acceleration based on the Auburn event. So that's great. I mean, that just shows we can't really screw the CVT up that much. Because if we mess it up, we can always get the stock weights and put them back in. So, so additionally, what else? Then after that, we got a little a course set up for maneuver. Oh no, we were doing some slaloms. Clyde was testing the dynamic handling of the car, and and then I had some maneuverability testing, and then I popped the chain off and we had to go home. But it was okay because I think we were starting to all get pretty tired. But anyways, then went to McDonald's and then got home, and then unloaded it. Now, however, we need to talk about one thing. One thing we forgot to do was clean up the machine shop.
Uh-oh.
They were very mad at me today. Yesterday, they were really angry. But it's okay. All I've been told is just make sure that doesn't happen again. Basically, the thing we did is we left a lot of tools out, and we made it difficult. So Rich has to do that stuff, and he's super swamped enough for senior design. So so everyone knows, just so it's, it's our responsibility to make sure that Rich doesn't get mad. It's probably going to dock us 1 or 2 hours from CNC time. We've got 20 total. So he's going to dock us some time for that because that's, that's the way the penalties work. That's what the whole system was put in there for. But we just got to make sure that even though we're really tired and falling asleep while driving, like I was about to collapse. That's what I told him. I was like, look, we're really tired, Rich. And he understood. He's not mad at us. But he just said, next time make sure, even though you're tired, make sure you get that taken care of. So, but anyways, just want to make sure I brought that up with you. So that's fantastic. You guys put in a whole bunch of work. I don't know how we could have, I don't know how this even worked. We've got it all put together. There were times that I was doubting it. But we managed to get through. John taking caffeine pills to stay awake. Jeez, crazy. But yeah, and it was all worth it though. I think everyone that was here really got a lot out of, getting it all done. In terms of where we're going now, we have a number of things we need to get on for the powder coating. Rob's done a great job making this list. You can tell it's Rob because you can read the writing, different from my writing, which you can't read. And so, got to get these things done. We're probably gonna do those Thursday and Friday. I know a couple guys leaving early for spring break. That's not a problem. We've got people here that can do it. We're probably gonna MIG those on because actually, what we're gonna first do is we're gonna get in touch with the SIGEP people and get this thing sprayed off, all the dirt so it comes off, so we can get back all clean. If you get a chance, look at the inside of the tires. They actually do a great job of collecting soil samples from the driving.
So it's exactly what the tires are for, right?
No, yeah, totally. But anyway, we're gonna probably get these guys sprayed off, and then what we'll do is we'll get these things welded back on. So the next step is gonna be over spring break. It's gonna be powder coated. We got a powder coating sponsor, be that nice blue. And then what we'll do is then when it comes back, we'll then start doing the stuff like the body panels and that kind of stuff. And we're also gonna be looking more into getting the stuff tuned, as well as getting the drivetrain problems sorted out and figuring out basically what the optimal tuning is for the CVT. And I think I already mentioned it, but tuning for the suspension as well. So we got two things to tune for the car: suspension and the drivetrain. Once we get those things done, we'll have a pretty good car. It may be that we may run out of time to tune those, if as effectively as we'd like, and we may just say, screw it, we'll roll with what we have for the first competition. Because the first competition is always, it's early. It's the earliest I can ever remember it being. I remember when I was sophomore, we had it May 1st. That was relaxing. We had comfortable time to finish that. But this is April 8th, so big difference. So when we come back from spring break, we'll be really getting into what we're doing. I'm going to send out another video for next Tuesday. You guys will all can check your email right at home. That's all the internet and the internet. But yeah, so everyone's on the internet to be able to check that, because I don't necessarily know what we're doing yet. I do know we want to get this stuff done, get a powder coating over spring break, and then just keep it going and get this thing ready to win. So yeah, so any questions? Sweet. Oh yeah, Don, what's up?
You gonna drive it
Right now? No, you can't drive right now.
So
The chain's down.
I popped the chain off. That's okay, don't worry.
Question number 2.
Yeah, question number 2.
Shit, I forgot.
Is it the hotel stuff?
Did you, what?
I got your email. And I can
No,
send
no,
it.
it's not that.
Okay, all right.
Did we fiddle with this suspension at all while we were?
No. Well, Clyde did a little.
Avic worked his magic.
Did we pump
Did
the
you notice
fronts
anything?
at all? Because I know we were saying the fronts were really soft.
No, it didn't.
Actually, it's funny. The fronts are pretty soft, and what's interesting is that the softer they get, the better the car handles.
To an extent.
Handles pretty good.
It does. Maybe you could go like a little bit stiffer, but
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
not
Yeah.
too much.
Plus, when you fall off the end of the world, you hit the bottom.